afternoon, pumpkin people. So we got a surprise here. Our seeds from the 1864 Toboyek from last year, 2023, have now germinated. So they're starting to put some new beautiful roots on. Look at these. Now they did germinate within 24 hours on the heat mat. And that heat mat was set to 83 degrees. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to plant these bad boys in these pots. Let's see here, this one will go in this one. So I'll put these there. Try not to obviously break the root, and then just lightly cover them up with soil. And then what we'll do is we'll mist these bad boys in a little bit. So beautiful. Now we got the 1864 Toboyek. We got these bad boys started upstairs in our little greenhouse. It's not much of a greenhouse, poor person greenhouse, but we're gonna get them started in the soil. These pots are pretty large pots. So this one here is a 3.89 gallon. And this one here is probably, close to a three gallon pot. So, all right, let's figure out how big these pumpkins are gonna get. This is the 178 Vasilevsky. Put that to a good cause. Get some decomposition started here. April 11th. Just starting to poke up. Heat mats off. Again, this is the 1864 Toboyek. Today is day 5 of the giant pumpkin growing for 2024. I turned down the lights so it's not as bright, but this is 5 days after seeds have been filed, soaked, and put on a heat mat. I think they're looking pretty decent. Maybe a little bit smaller. I know some people's pumpkins are a little bit bigger than that, but not too shabby. So let me know what you guys think in the description. So day 5, we'll be back. Back again with the 1864 Toboyek. We got some pretty good size growth. Got the first true leaf coming out on both of them. And they're both the size of a dollar bill. This one's a 5 though. But the main purpose of making this video is I got some goodies in the mail. Got some Mycos and some Azos. So beneficial bacteria and mycorrhizae. So gonna inoculate the pots. Basically what I'm gonna do is just rake back a little bit of the soil just to expose some of the roots. You gotta do it very lightly though, because you will run into some of the root system. So once you do that, water it in and you're good to go. You don't have to do too much, because once we get these out into the ground, we will apply a little bit more, and just to get the roots inoculated with the azos and the beneficial bacteria and the mycorrhizae. So Extreme Gardening. So these pumpkins are looking good. Can't wait to get the greenhouse up and get the heating cables into the ground and make some giant pumpkins. But this is where we're at on April 15th. We got some good looking pumpkins, not laggy. Got the first true leaf going right here. So I think we're doing pretty good. World record pumpkin, here we come. Ha, just kidding. But one can hope. One could hope. Hello everyone, back again with the 1864 Toboyek. We are at day 9. Today is April 16th in the evening. Yesterday, the first true leaf was itsy bitsy, more like this size down here. You'll see it in the previous video. But over the last 24 hours, they totally popped. So this seed has definitely been, grand champion of the two. It is much bigger. Not by much, but a little bit bigger. And I am excited. So yesterday I got the Mycos and Azos from Extreme Gardening. Got that in. What I did was I kind of lightly poked around here carefully not to harm the roots of the plants. And then I sprinkled both of those products in there and then water that in. So once these plants are able to go outside, then we are able to have them inoculated already. And then we'll continue to get the new goodies in there, the Mycos and the Azos. Definitely shop around for the prices. They can be different online versus on the website. So I'm not quite sure what the difference is, and maybe it's old supply or maybe just running deals. But make sure to shop around. Definitely looking forward to getting these out. I still have some tilling to do in my garden. In the process of removing a tree. I may put that in here. Not quite sure if I'm going to take some video. But definitely in the process of removing a tree to get some more sunlight to the garden for these bad boys to grow. As of right now, I think this one on the left is going to be the one I have at my house. And then this one here is going to go in my neighbor's garden. And that's where we grew. If you looked at the previous videos, my neighbor's garden is where we grew the 178 Vasilevsky. That was our first pumpkin. I didn't technically grow that. Just pollinated it and buried the vines for my neighbor. And now we got, we're on our way to grow 4 pumpkins. So these two, I wasn't actually sure if these were to have 100% germination. So I started 2. I think this one is going to stay in the pot for a little bit longer than it should. Just because I don't have the heating coils that I need in order to get it out into the garden. I only have one set of heating coils and a little greenhouse that I'll be making shortly. But this one here, once I get the heating coils in the ground, it will get into the ground, and I will protect it with the greenhouse and have the heated soil cables all warmed up for that. But I am getting really excited, not quite sure about you guys. Again, these are 3 almost 4 gallon pots. So these are just recycled pots that I'm using. So this one's almost a 4. This one's definitely a 3 gallon pot. Definitely want to keep them in big pots, as large as you can. I was actually thinking about starting these a little bit earlier and then putting them in my potato pots. Because the potato pots are usually like a 5 to 7 gallon pot. But these will work just fine because I'm only going to keep them in here for a little bit. It is definitely warming up outside. Hopefully we do not get any snow or some cool downs in our future. It's 60s and 70s. But we're getting excited to get everything out in the garden. Definitely started my potatoes, and I got some strawberries in the ground. My asparagus is going. I got that planted. So we're getting excited for the garden, and I hope you guys are too. So I don't ask, but definitely like and subscribe. leave a comment down below to help me grow this channel. Good feedback, bad feedback. I know I'm a mumbling fool behind the camera, but yeah, follow me as I continue to grow my large pumpkins. So I will be back. What's up, YouTube? Back up in a tree again. Just took a top off of this nice spruce tree, making room for my pumpkin patch and my garden. Say I'm a good, decent, sorry for the shakes, a little tired, but there's my helper, my ground wife, beautiful, beautiful wife. All right, time to get down. Hey pumpkin people, today is April 23rd. Come upstairs to take a look at the pumpkin plant. Got a nice size leaf here. Nice size leaf here. A couple of days ago it started to turn a little yellow on me at the edges. So I did get out some fertilization, mixed up a little concoction in my little squirt bottle. So this is just Miracle Grow, nothing fancy. Fertilize it, and then I also broke out the Vital Blend fertilization. So put that in there, the soil, and then everything greened up pretty nicely. I'm assuming that the yellowing was caused by a lack of nitrogen, just because this is just regular Miracle Grow, not a high concentration, but it greened up nicely. Got a little spot here and there, a little one here. So nothing too crazy to worry about. But this is nice size leaf, really thick at the base. Things are moving along really nicely. So you got the vine started there, and got the vine started right there. So everything's green, which is great. Everything's big and green. Now we want to grow big and orange. All right, we're outside. We are going to be tilling up the garden. Well, just the area for the pumpkin. April 24th, got the tiller out. That trash can is where I'm going to be putting the pumpkin. So got about 10 feet between, or 12 feet between here and there. And then the goal is to let the pumpkin go as far out as possible. Remove the tree. Got the stump left. So got the heating cable over here. Gonna get this bad boy in the ground, warm up the soil, and start growing a giant pumpkin. Let's get into it. All right, so here is the compost I got. All right, so now we got some compost here into the garden. Gonna till it up. All right, kind of see going down here, and I'm gonna go all the way around. This is a 48-foot cable, so got it already started here. Gonna be digging trenches back and forth and see if we can finish it tonight before the dark arrives. Otherwise, tomorrow. So wish me luck. We'll be back. things we do for giant pumpkins, guys. Like, follow, and subscribe. April 27th, and we got some pretty big leaves. A little bit of yellowing at the edges, but these look massive. So underneath here, we got the leader poking out. Everything's still looking good though. All right, today is April 28th in the afternoon. Got a nice looking pumpkin leaf right here. Got another one over here. This is the 1864 Toboyek still. So that's what we're growing here. This guy is doing really well. So, update. A couple days ago I put in the heat cable into the garden and I checked the temperature and the soil is still at 52 degrees. So that heat cable is not working. Not quite sure if anybody has any heat cables they recommend. I bought it off of Amazon. It's a soil heating cable specifically designed for soil. Unfortunately, there is only a 30-day warranty on it return. So I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be able to get any of my money back or if I can exchange it, but I think I'm gonna have to buy a new heating cable. So, in the process of making my greenhouse, that is just gonna be a simple greenhouse. So if you guys are curious, this is gonna be the end of the video segment for the 1864 Toboyek. But down here yonder at another site, we're going to be starting the 1506 Ford, and we're going to be starting the 1693 Macmillan. So follow me as I get these things growing, and hopefully they look like these soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below to see if you guys want to see anything else. Give me some feedback on my presentations and everything. This is just a guide to follow me through my first year, official year in growing giant pumpkins. Always, you're going to have setbacks like this heating cable. So I spent, 2-3 hours digging it out, tilling up the soil, adding amendments, and now the heating cable doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to dig that out and then dig a new heating cable in if I have time to do that after work and this past weekend, or this upcoming weekend. But today is April 28th. I am really disappointed that the heating cable is not working. So we'll have to figure things out, and maybe these guys just hold tight in here for a little bit longer. Hopefully it can warm up outside, but since it's only end of April, early May, we're still gonna have some cool downs. So I think I'm gonna have to go get that heating cable. So thank you guys, and I will be back in another video.